Way overdue for another update video, but I do have some stuff in the computer from some clips I took at work driving and getting loads when it was a lot of snow and the river was frozen, and got a lot of shots of eagles. One of them was an eagle that had actually pulled a fish out of the water. Anyway, I finally got the hold of the right people to come out and put my roof extension on this building. They did the gable here, boxed that in for me so I can build a wall under it, and the reason I didn't have them go all the way to the ground is because I like to be able to see through that, and I just want to have a wall there to stop the worst of the weather from blowing through, and where I can still walk through openings in it like I can out here in the front of this. I'm probably going to cover some of this up, but I don't like having a vehicle out there and having to walk all the way around with tools back and forth a bunch of times. So I like being able to just walk through there and to see, you know, people and traffic and whatnot. But that right there is another truck. I'll get back to that in a second. My last video, I think, my last update video, you might have seen the new concrete that I got in here. Well, this was just a couple days ago. This is Saturday. I don't know the date, 21st I think it might be, of February. And Wednesday they came out and put this extension on from right here at this point, and they added that on and boxed that in over there. And back to this truck. Here is one I picked up. It's another 2003 6.0 diesel, which is not the easiest motor to work on, but I've got, this makes 4 of them. Well, I couldn't let this one get away because the guy, we were talking back and forth about it, and I picked it up for $1,000 because it wasn't running. Well, I thought, if I can't get it to run without spending a lot of work and money on it, then I'll just part it out. It's got good doors and a lot of good body parts. The interior's in decent shape. So I thought, well, I've got 2 more of these that need doors. This one's got rusty doors on it, and the interior's got a couple of bad spots. And this is one I'm going to keep. It's a 4-wheel drive, and automatic transmission and all, runs pretty good except for an oil leak that I'm waiting for summer to get here so I can fix that. Then the first one of those trucks that I bought, the dually, that I need that for hauling my dump trailer, and that one has got new doors on the driver's side, but that it came with when I bought it, but the passenger side, the doors are not so good. They're rusted out on the bottom. Rocker panels are gone, cab corners are gone. I bought all that stuff. I got a chain tied to the wheel going across here. That's because I had a trailer sitting in here that I'm fixing for somebody, and I had to do some bending on it, so I just tied it off in between both of these trucks, and to hold it still while I was pulling on the metal to straighten some of it out. So yeah, I got good interior on this one. It's doors are clean all the way on the bottom, no rust. I wish I could get these off and save them. Well, I'm not gonna part this truck out. I'm going to get the best off of it. Like this seat is damaged on my other truck. I'm gonna put this on. This is just sitting here because I took it off to see if there's anything behind it. These all 4 doors are in good shape. and I did get the motor running. Was relatively quick and cheap repair, and so I'm just gonna take the bad stuff off of this truck and swap it onto that one, and get the good stuff off of that one, then swap it over to this one and make my truck that I'm keeping a little bit better, and I'll just sell this one cheap. More than I paid for it, but not as much as what I could get if I was to clean it up and keep all the good stuff on it. And it's not a four-wheel drive, so it's not gonna be a real popular sell, because it is a 6.0 diesel, and it's not four-wheel drive. So anyway, that is kind of where I'm at now. Let's see if I can find something else to show before I finish this update. I believe I got the bugs worked out of my hydraulics not wanting to release on this Bobcat, that the Bobcat dealer was not able to repair. They charged me $1,000 for an alternator that I didn't need. It's probably a $100 alternator. They charged $300 for that, plus nearly $700 for labor, trying to chase down the intermittent problem that I think I found it. It was dirty connections in the area underneath. The floorboard was just loaded with mud, and all the wiring was caked in mud, and I didn't know it was like that until I took it apart. I cleaned all of those connections and everything, and hasn't been acting up since. But then it's winter time, I'm not really using it much, except to move this little trailer over here, because I didn't want to drag the small welding machines out over there on that side. I didn't want to drag those welders out when I got some sitting here on the floor that are easy to get to. I had to fix the hinges. The hinges are not on here now, they're gone, because I had to whack them off. Had to straighten out these sides so that these pins will go back in. That's what I was pulling on between those two trucks with the chains and come along. I made these up out of scrap that I had laying around to, they gotta go on here and get welded on, one on each side. They're just sitting here because they were still hot when I brought them outside and set them down. So that's what this little project is for somebody. Well, this thing has been sitting for a few days. It hasn't moved, and it's cold now. It was warm Wednesday when the construction crew was here working on that. It was, I don't know, I think we were getting close to 70 degrees, but it's only about 35 or something like that out here now. I'm going to see if this car will start in cold weather. It might have glow plug issues, and it might not. I haven't found out. These Ford diesels, you gotta turn the key on and wait a little bit. Since it is chilly, I'm going to go on ahead and cycle glow plugs twice. Of course, it's not real cold, but I haven't tried to start this in cold weather yet. Let's see what it does. Well, I can't complain about that. Got a slight miss, but 280,000 miles, and it's cold. That mist will clear up. The mist does clear up after it's been running a few minutes, but it's not smoking. Looking out the mirror there, there's no smoke coming out the exhaust. That's a good sign. I just need to put the scanner on it and check the injectors and stuff like that a little more directly. But that little mist that you hear, that will settle down, smooth out, and then you won't hear it after it's been running a few minutes. So I got lucky and made a good buy on this one. I think that's going to round up this this video, and I'm going to try to get that video together on those on those loads that I ran from the river and during that bad weather with all that ice and snow and all those eagles that were. There's eagles there all the time, but they're in the air. You don't see as many as I saw on the ground and on the ice on the river. So I'll try to get some video of that up pretty soon. Thanks for watching.